you want him to suffer both ways. He ain't gonna have me or her,
Right.
and I don't agree with that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely it's selfish intentions. So we were actually talking about Bella about knock that song Jasmine Sullivan knocking was it knock your windows out your car. Is that
Plus the windows out your car.
right? Exactly. So we were asking Uncle Bernie. We were asking people has it ever happened to you, or have you ever done that to a person? So Uncle Bernie was sitting there was telling us about how he was married at the time. He had a girlfriend. The girlfriend was upset that he was taking the wife to a Christmas party. So the girlfriend told a guy friend to go to his house and slash his tires. Have you ever heard of that before?
Well, more than that. I'm not sure, but he did more than that. But my point is, I don't know why he did it. But go ahead, finish off.
I don't think he would do it. That's what. But Bella, if you told the would you? I know you have a lot of guy friends because we all have. If you told a guy friend, "Yo, this dude is cheating on me," blah blah blah, go over to his house and go slash his tires.
I
Do you
don't,
think the guy would
no,
do
I
that?
don't, I don't, I don't think she even said. I don't think she said I was cheating on him. I don't know what she told him. I don't even think she told him that I was seeing her. I don't know what she. I don't know what she said. She might have told him that I stole something or did something to her. I, again, he did. I don't think. See, he didn't know it was me. That's what I'm thinking
Okay, I
because he
get
would
it.
never came there.
Whatever the scenario is, I don't
Yeah,
think a man goes around slashing another man's tires.
it wasn't just a slash though. I
But
mean,
Uncle
what?
Bernard, stop deflecting now. You said a man asked you about the cars and he would have never known about the cars without her information. So if he was able to ask you, then yes, he did know.
No. I'm saying 30 years later, but he didn't know at the time he was doing it because the
Wait a
way he
minute.
asked.
You're not understanding what I'm
No,
saying.
no, no. This is
If
what I'm saying to
30
you.
years later
When
he's
he asked
able
about the
to
cars, right?
say,
He did
do
when
you
he asked
still
about
have
it.
those cars? He knew it
When
was you then when
he
he went and popped
yeah
the tires.
when he asked about it, but it wasn't the it was the end it was the end right like wait a minute you had the so then it's not, I mean it wasn't like he knew it's like he knew that once we were talking he put it all together and was saying it but he shouldn't have said it. You know what I'm saying? But he asked about the car like you still have that green Impala and the Wichita,
You just
and that's when I knew
assume.
he didn't know. That's when I knew that he was the one, but he wouldn't have known this because he didn't know
I'm gonna
nothing
wait
about the
on
house
Bella
or the
answer.
cars.
Let
I'm
me
gonna
ask
wait on
you.
Bella answer, but I think that man was on the DL and wanted you because ain't no
Nah,
man gonna do
nah,
that for no woman.
nah. Now I'm trying to tell you, she had to tell him something like I did something to her, or that I that I did
And he
something,
will fight you,
you
not
know.
slash your
Yeah.
tires. Like I mean, a man
But
who's
I don't think she told him anything about I was seeing him because I mean because that would make as I think about it, that would make sense for him to tell for her to tell him that. But she told him something, and for him to come do that, and
don't
he's
just
the kind of guy who does stuff like he would do something like that for somebody
let me pull it.
if there's a benefit to him.
Let me ask Bella. Bella, have you ever heard of a man slashing tires?
Okay, so heard of stories where windows were busted out.
Right.
Slashing tires though, no, that's typically something that I heard women would do.
Yeah, but I'm saying, yeah, but I know she couldn't have done this to the tires. That much I do know. Because it wasn't a slide. It was a direct straight puncture into the tires. You could have done it.
It doesn't matter. It's still a woman, whether it's a slashing or
Yeah,
stabbing or whatever the case may be.
yeah,
That's mostly women would do that.
yeah,
Men will want to
but I
fight you. They're not gonna sit there
yeah,
and mess up your tires or even
yeah,
like breaking a
yeah,
window.
I knew she could have done it because of her disposition. But I knew that once he mentioned it, I knew he was the guy. But I would have never thought about it when he until he said, and I'm looking at. But like I said, once he said it, we both know he messed up. But it was like at that point, it was so long ago. It was no retribution. It was just, and
Oh,
I understood. And I'm telling you, I mean, it was a lump I took because I was like, and in many ways, it was my fault. But for him to be the one to do it, it just threw me off because I'm like,
because
but
he
I knew
was.
he didn't. I knew two things. He didn't know it was my house and my car. That much I do know.
So Mama Money was saying that the only way that a man would actually do that is if the man was actually interested in poetic. Like he must have been on the deal.
He was interested in her. Nah, he was interested in her.
Yeah,
And I
because
think
another thing you said was that he didn't know your address, right? He
right,
didn't know where you stayed and didn't know what cars you drove. So that means he
right.
had to do some digging, asking questions, or
No,
get
no,
some
no,
information
no, no,
in
no.
order to make it to your
No,
house.
she's had to give
Ain't
no,
no
she had to give it
man
to him.
finna do that.
No, she's gave it to him. I'm saying I'm pretty sure she gave it to him. She knew. He didn't know, and he didn't. That's what I'm saying. He didn't know it was me. That's what I'm saying. At the time, I don't think he knew what he was doing was I was the person. If I had walked out that house, he probably kept right on driving by.
So, Uncle Bernie, I got one question for you.
Yes.
So I come tell you, Uncle Bernie, this man drug me down the street, beat me to death, and I need you to go get him. And I give you the address. You finna go over there to his and pop his tires? Are you
Am I?
gonna go pop his tires for me? Yeah. Are you
I'm not
gonna go
making
pop his
no.
tires for me?
No.
That's how
Here's
your
what I might
story
do.
sounds.
Now,
Just
here's
like
what I
that
might
don't
do.
make no
No.
sense.
Listen.
Well, your
Here's what I
story don't
might
make
do.
no sense.
Now, if you tell me, let's say if you say to me, hey, this person did this to me. I say, hey, I got a guy. He's a rockhead. His name Rockstar named Bono. I can give him a certain amount of dollars. He'll go over there and do something for you. But I'm not doing it. Okay. But I would do that. I
But
pay
you don't
somebody.
even know the man that I'm sending you
I don't
to
have
or
to. I could
what the
care less.
repercussions.
If you came
But
to
wait,
me
you
and
don't
said
know the
this,
repercussions are gonna
yeah.
be. So you'll
If
challenge any
I could
man.
care less. I could care less because it won't be coming back to me because I didn't do it. But if Bono got caught, that's on Bono because Bono got paid for doing what he's gonna do anyway, so that's on him. But that's if I even got involved. You know what I'm saying? But if you came to me and said, if I knew that you, let's say if you came to me and said, hey, I need help with a matter. This guy did A, B, and C. On your merit, I'll say, okay, yeah, said, I won't be doing it, but I know somebody who can do it for
That's different
you.
though. That's because
Yeah.
that's paying.
So
So
I'm,
that's like
yeah.
getting a hitman.
But I'm not doing anything. In fact, let me tell you something. I don't even fight fair. If I had to fight you, I'm gonna bust you in the back of your head. I'm gonna catch you like going
Would you
to a
slash
bathroom.
somebody's tires?
No. I ain't got time. I don't got
No,
time
because
to
it's
damage. I
no.
don't damage property. I don't damage my
Man,
property. Now I'll tell you this. Now I will set your house on fire.
uh-uh.
I'll do that.
I mean,
Yeah.
Wait a minute. All right, see, now hold on.
Now I'll do that.
All right,
yeah,
so
But I'm not doing this. So,
let that
you
talk.
huh?
literally attempt to do arson.
Oh yeah, I'm an arsonist. Oh yeah, most definitely.
What the
Yeah, documented. Yeah.
He also said his wife divorced him because the feds kept on coming to his house.
Yeah. Yeah. So oh yeah. In fact, I enjoy
hell
fires. Yeah. I might even come stand outside the fire and watch it with the fireman put it out if I do that. But I mean, so that's a passion. But I mean, but if I were to do that now, I'm a little too old to do it now, so I have to pay somebody to do it because I'm too old to be get out there and doing it and then get away and coming back. So I pay somebody to do
And
it. I
that's
can
why
stand
that
there and
man
watch.
waited 30 years to tell you that he was fucking with your cars and shit because he already knew the repercussions. And like I said, he already
No, he didn't.
knew
No, he didn't. No, he
whose
didn't bring
house
out
he
30
was
years.
going to
He
back
just had.
then.
I just happened to run into him. We got to talking about something, and then he just when he exposed it, that's when I knew he was the person. I knew she was. I knew she didn't do it. I knew she was behind it. She definitely behind it, but he didn't. I mean, he didn't know because I could see the look in his face. It just the way it played out. But it was. I mean, again, it worked for me because it resolved me to at least let me know that okay, Steve's the one who did it. Okay, I can live with that. You know.
Why did you just ask him?
I didn't have to ask him. It was he spoke when he knew when he said I'm looking at him and he was like I mean his everything both of us were like hit like deers like a deer in headlights. He knew and I told him I said hey Steve it's gonna be no retribution. I say hey, man I like well I don't understand I understand but at that point I knew that she did something beneficial probably sexually for him. He didn't know who he was doing it to.
It doesn't
You know what I'm
matter.
saying?
Oh,
So.
because in the comments they were saying that maybe the man was, famous. Said maybe he was like pussy massage, but even still, I can't even see. No, okay, I can't even see why a man. I don't give a shit how good the punani
Every
is.
man in the comments been
Because
laughing and Uncle
be-
Bernie been saying
because
the same thing. I've been saying the man must be down
because
low. Look at the
nah,
comments. All the
he went
men
down low.
said the same
Nah,
thing. They would
because this
never
guy,
slash
see
tires.
this guy has always. I mean, as I learned, I don't know if I knew. I can't say I knew this, but he's liked her also. I mean, he was crazy about her
It doesn't matter.
more so than I was.
But why he want to
So,
fight you then? Then why wouldn't it be a fight?
huh?
Why wouldn't it be a fight?
No. Because he wouldn't have known it was me when he did it.
I
He didn't
understand.
know until I'm trying to tell you, he didn't know until we were standing face to face, and we just had to be talking about.
No, it was
I forgot what we were talking about, but we got to the cars,
it was
and he
Oh
him.
yeah,
mentioned the
so y'all
cars.
got down to memory lane, and that's when it was revealed who did
Right,
what.
like this. We talking about something, and this is 30 years since it happened,
He
and
didn't
in
even
fact,
ask.
and the woman had
Eye
expired. She
moment.
had
They had an
expired,
eye moment, and
but
in the eye moment, he knew, and they both knew that they knew that was a situation. But he's assuming
right.
all of this shit. You don't even know.
No. I'm not. I know. Let me tell you, that was the only connection between she and I would be him, as him doing it. But I didn't know. I mean, I didn't know that he had any. I would have never. You could have pegged. You could ask me over and over, and I would have never looked at him as being a person who was even involved. Never even thought about it.
Because it wasn't him. Okay, but let me ask you something, Bella. Let's go back to breaking the windows because I never had anybody slash my tires. I never slashed anybody. Have
Right.
I?
Hmm.
No, sorry. But okay, but I've definitely had a man knock my windows out, and then you had mentioned that before too. Like we heard men like knocking windows out before because I definitely had a man knock my windows out of my car. Have you ever? Were you have a Jasmine Sullivan story where you knocked the windows out or somebody knocked the windows out of your car?
Yeah, no, I don't move like that. So understand something. Looking back on it, I could have got an assault charge because I actually put hands on him.
Right.
Um, yeah, I'm not gonna hold you, but see, the situation in that was like, okay, all right. Fun fact. So I was in a polygamous relationship, like in my like mid 20s.
Mm-hmm.
This motherfucker, even with being in a polygamous relationship, he still found a way to still dib and dab with other
Greedy.
motherfuckers.
Greedy.
So yeah, so and mind you, I pick him up from campus because he was in college at the time. I pick him up, and I'm just like, I'm talking to him, and then as everything is unfolding, of course, like I'm yelling, I'm going off. But then once we get into the house, I'm gonna keep it a bean with you. I hooked his shit like 4 times,
The face
like
of
just straight, like, and I'm like, and I ain't gonna hold you. I was ready for whatever, cause keep in mind he's playing football. He's 6'3", so he for sure could have whooped my ass, but I wasn't trying to hear none of that shit. I was ready
you
for
black
whatever.
out. You black
I
out on
just,
the problems.
yeah, I just was like, all right, and what you gonna do? Like, what's up? But I
I
guess he understood, like, damn, like for her to get to that point where she did this, like
mm-hmm.
he took it. But I don't condone it. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna say
I
it
mean,
was
oh, I
right.
don't think all, but
Looking back on it, like
you
that
could
ain't
have
the
got
end.
yourself hurt, right? Exactly,
Yeah,
because
but at that moment, yeah, nah.
you don't really think of like I used to have like the only thing that I actually thought about was like my like at the time I had kids, so I'll be like I would tell my friends like, listen, if you get a call from me, make sure you pick up my kids from school. Like I had a game plan if I ended up being in jail. That was my only that's the only thought about it. But at the point when you're so angry, sometimes rationality goes out the fucking window. You don't think about how big the person is or what the consequences are. You just reacting. And
Oh
again,
yeah, absolutely.
and
But
then again,
again,
in your
notice I said
20s
my
is way
yeah.
different than you're in your 30s or in your
Yep.
40s.
I
Now,
wish
if you're in
there's
your
that shit
50s and
now.
you're still doing shit like that, then you got a fucking problem. But at 20, I feel like that's understandable because you're just in your
Right.
20s. Right. Yeah, I understand. That's all right. So, okay, but no window busted. Mama Money, you said you had
Yeah,
a
no,
window.
I don't do that type of shit. Like I'm not. I might be a lot of things, but I ain't. No, I think I was crazy when I put hands on him. But as far as like property, like I don't know. I'm old enough to understand. Like ain't nobody fucking suing me.
Most there, right? That's going to
Yeah,
cost
no,
you money.
yeah, no, like yeah. So I understand like those type of consequences. Those are financial consequences. I'm not about to pay you for some. You fucking hurt me, and now I'm so mad that I done damaged your shit. Now I gotta.
Right.
Nah.
Or like an Angela
Nope.
Bassett moment. Remember how she like took all of his stuff and burnt? I've done that. I've definitely done that. I definitely took on all my ex husband's stuff and threw it in the garage. I mean, in the outside and like burned it up. I did that before too.
Oh yeah, nah, I ain't doing none of that shit. See, I ain't gonna hold you. I don't know what possess y'all like.
I
But see, I'm
get
trying so hard. I keep going back to like, let me not judge because I actually physically put hands on somebody. How you doing? Good, good, man. You? I'm great, thank you.
she's so sweet.
All right.
She great. Thank you. Mama Money. Have you ever had an Angela Bassett moment?
Absolutely not.
No, you need.
Hell no. Ain't nobody ever been able to break the windows out of my cars because until now, I never stayed in like an apartment or anywhere. I stayed where I had a garage. I always had two cars. So I had one in the garage. So if you slash them, I'm going to get in the other one and ride out. They probably already knew that. They knew not to fuck with me like that. I kept my money on game. So number one, they couldn't even hurt me that way. So it didn't do them no good to slash no tires with me. And it wouldn't do them no good to knock no windows out either because I got insurance, baby. They all going to be fixed
Oh, believe me,
quickly.
I had to
So
call up the AAA to get my
I ain't
fucking.
have no crazy ninjas like that. Now I had some crazy ones that would try me that I had to fight back with. Yeah, I had them. That's why I stay strapped everywhere I go. When I wake up in the morning, when I go to sleep, I'm strapped. Cause them niggas is not gonna do it now. I'm too old. I can't fight back now.
Yeah, I ain't.
I did
I
what
say I'm
Bella
too
did. I
old.
hooked their ass 3 or 4 times, then they might hook me. And then I'll be mad as hell and still fight. Cause when I was younger, I used to fight the boys.
Yeah,
Cause
me too.
I ain't, I ain't short. So I always was taller than the boys, or
Mhm.
I stood over them like a tower, so I felt like I could beat them, even though they still could beat me. They wouldn't fight me for real, because if they did, they would have hurt me. But
Right.
Of course, no. I had a couple of ninjas that tried me, to hit me. They ain't never busted windows out my cars though, or the tire slashing. I ain't had that part.
Okay. So did you ever have somebody just a man, right? Because I want to see how because men say they're not emotional, but they are. Have you ever? What was like the like to a man to get you back? What was the most irrational thing he ever did?
Stalked me to a whole nother city,
They do
broke in
stuff.
my house, and sat in the house and waited on me to get home from work.
Yeah. Yeah, they do that. They do that. Stalking. I had to literally have my security guard at my job be like, "Yeah, yeah, your ex husband's here again." Like they already knew who he was because he would stalk me at my job. He would feel the top of my car to see if how long my car has been sitting in the parking lot at my job to see if it was hot or not, to see how long I've been at work. So yeah,
Hell, I moved 100 miles away. That stupid ninja found out where I moved to. Found the apartment. It took about a year and a half for him to do it though. So he had to figure it out by probably locating where I was working at. And then he would see me go to work and eventually follow me home to find the address. That's the only way I could think of it. Because I had a restraining order on it. 2 or 3, shit to be exact. I had 2 or 3. And then this ninja still look, he didn't give a fuck about no restraining order. This nigga
they
broke in
really
my
don't.
house and was sitting in the goddamn kitchen and was drinking 40s when I walked in the door. I said, oh, hell no.
And like, what are you gonna do about it? I know they do get
But
like
nah, see, that's problematic. If I don't want to fuck with you no more, like, just go about your business. Don't stalk, harass, none of that shit. I can honestly say I haven't been in a situation where I was stalked, so I'm
me
grateful for
neither.
that. I haven't had a man actually put his hands on me. I'm grateful for that.
Oh, that's good.
Um,
That's
but a
good.
motherfucker like, have y'all been in a situation where a nigga thought that he was just like gonna break the lease on you and then have you out here fucked up, like you was gonna end up homeless or some shit?
Never, because I never let
Yeah, I had
anybody
a
have
nigga try.
power
Nah,
over
I
me.
had a nigga try me
Hell
like
no.
that.
I
I
never
had
put
a
a nigga on
motherfucker
my
try me like
lease.
that.
I get my own
So,
lease with my name on it.
so fun fact. So the one time that I did decide to share a lease with a motherfucker, that's when he thought he was gonna play with me, and he took his name off the lease, not understanding like, bitch, I can always go to work and still
Right.
obtain what we have, and that's exactly what the fuck I did until I got
Mhm.
married. So yeah, I
No,
had
they
motherfuckers try
do
me
do
like
that. They
that.
like to put that. They like to dangle that money. That's why it's so hard for me to in that situation. I always have my own because I had a guy fucking buy me a bicycle. It was just a bicycle. Harassed me for that fucking bicycle for like years. You still got my bike. It's like a fucking bike. Here, I'll give you the fucking $85 for the fucking bike. Like they really like to dangle that shit. And so I couldn't even imagine living with somebody who's paying my rent or my mortgage or whatever, and sit there and dangling. Well, you wouldn't be shit. I'm gonna put. You know how many times I heard about men putting women out in the street? It's like, how can you put a woman out on the street? Who can, if you love somebody, then to help her with the rent or pay her bills? Why all of a sudden you don't love me that much no more? That doesn't even make any sense to me why men do that because they get sassy.
I don't know, but at 18, I vowed to myself and my child because I had already had my first one that I wasn't gonna be in that situation right there.
Mhm.
So that's why I grind and I hustled my ass off. My first job at 18, I was getting paid $500 a week. That was back in
That
1998.
was good money. That was good money.
Right. I was making more than some of them niggas could make in a month. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? So they couldn't touch me, not with the money. And that was it. Throughout my whole career, that's what I did. I went to college and I had a career. I was building a career off the college degrees while I was getting them and making the company pay for
Mhm.
them.
And
So I was gonna get my money by all means necessary. I vowed that I was gonna retire by 40. I retired at 39. I ain't give a dang about no ninja. You weren't gonna stop me from doing that.
mhm.
And you weren't gonna be holding me back with your money.
it's
So that's why I don't understand it. And people don't understand me sometimes when I say I ain't taking these broke ass niggas, and I'm not. Cause I ain't never been broke and I never will be. And if you got a woman like me, you better be glad because we'll never be broke.
so. Do you think that a man who has money wouldn't mind losing money?
If a man got money, I'm
Mhm.
gonna tell you the secret to that. When you make money and you got a hustle and grind mentality, and especially like mine, and I grind like some men. So when you got that mentality, you don't care about money. Money come and money goes. I can make a dollar bill today. I can figure out a way because I have that mentality. I'm not lazy. I'm not sorry. I'm not finna lay in the bed, cry, mope, and be depressed about it. I'm finna get my ass out here and figure out how to get this money.
Right.
So when you got that mentality, then you ain't got to worry about money. Because if you made it one time, you can make it again.
Okay, so you know how they always talk about, well, in the situation, right? A man and we're getting divorced or breaking up, and he gonna leave me with the house and all the bills and stuff like that. You think a man who already has money is not gonna do that? He wouldn't just leave you trying to figure it out on your own, even though you guys are not together anymore?
I don't know. It depends on the man, I guess. But I don't think they would need to. It wouldn't hurt them to take care of you. So I don't think they would leave you with nothing. They couldn't leave you with nothing. Because 9 times out of 10 in a divorce settlement, you're gonna get something. And you get something to be on your feet, to at least not be, be without everything and no place to stay or something like that. They couldn't leave a divorce and leave you like that. So you shouldn't be left with nothing if he got money.
So I was talking to this guy on this dating app, right? And he was telling me, and I don't know why they always want to fucking trauma dump with me about their ex-wives, right? So he was telling me how that it didn't work because she couldn't see, he wanted to have businesses and she didn't want to have businesses, and he got her a better job and he got her a house, and he built her up, and he did this and he did that and he did this, right? And then he was like, and now look at her, I got the house. And I was just like, so you didn't really do it for her, you did that shit for yourself. So you can't get mad at her because you and her weren't on the same fucking page. But to me, it's just like, why would you take, and then she had kids. He's like, I took care of her kids. So he was like throwing all the shit that he did in her face. Well, I guess, but he was doing it to me like I fucking cared. But to me, it was just like, if you were doing it from your heart, why would you throw that in somebody's fucking face? If I gave somebody a better job or made them a better person, I'm not gonna sit there and go, I did this, I did that, I did this. So I was trying to figure out to me, it's like, obviously, because how can you take a house from a woman? To me, especially when she got kids. So is it because you were broke and you had no places, you couldn't go to another, buy yourself your own house? That's the reason why? So that's why I was asking a question. If he had all the money in the world, would he leave a woman with a house and not even worry about it?
He was lying to you, and he did not have all the money in the world. If you believe that, you crazy. I wouldn't believe that in his scenario. He could tell you, because as much talking as he doing, you're doing too much talking for me. The men that I know that's really got it in the bank, they don't talk about it. They don't have to, because they live it. They show you. It's already seen. You don't have to talk about it. That's why I know these people on this app ain't in that tax bracket, because you ain't got to talk about it.
Okay, right. But I mean, so okay, I guess honestly, I don't know why these men do that. And it literally says on my dating app, like, please don't talk to me about your ex-wives or your baby mamas or anything. Okay, good. All that stuff, because it's like, it's only showing me, because when he even told me that, he's like, and look at her now, she out in the street and I got the house. I'm like, yo, that's fucked up. Like, you think I'm supposed to be attracted to you because you fucking kicked your ex-wife to the fucking curb with kids? Like, that shit was not attractive at all. So who you trying to impress? I don't know, but it's definitely not me because I don't give a fuck what a woman does. I honestly, and I shouldn't say that, but I'm a girl power. Like, there's always a reason why a woman does what the fuck she does. And I know people get mad at me all the time about that, but there's like, women just don't wake up in the morning and say, I'm going to be like an asshole today. There's a reason, and you probably don't know the reason, but there's a reason why women do the things that they fucking do. Usually it's a built up of shit. It's not just like, I just woke up in the morning and want to be an asshole. Hey, Keith. So, all right. So, okay. So, Mama Money, you just saying that men with money wouldn't do anything like that. They wouldn't sit there and be sassy. Because to me, that's a sassy, like, vindictive fucking man.
No, they don't. They don't. Have you ever really dated a man that really, really got bank? I mean, like,
I don't. I dated.
I mean, they do $30,000-$40,000 transactions a day. Those type men. Have you ever dealt with any of those?
No.
No. So yeah, I ain't never had that problem.
I never had.
I don't.
But I grew up different. Like, my mother always said, I grew up with my mother saying, "Don't have a man pay for shit for you. Have your own." So I've always had my own houses. I always had my own. So a bill, because to me, I always felt that they will always throw that in my fucking face or sit there and kick me out or something. So I always grew up like that. So I never had a man pay my bill. That's why I'm manifesting that, though. I'm manifesting that. Tired of these broke men. I'm manifesting a man to pay my bills for me. Good morning. That's okay.
But I mean, even if they pay my bills, I'm smart enough to still keep working, stack my damn money. And if that ninja leave me, I'm gonna be on easy street, baby. One thing about it, I ain't finna be stupid and just fall down and sit my butt down and tell me, oh, he taking care of me. I ain't gotta pay no bills. Let me go shopping. Hell no. And on the back end, whether he know it or not, oh, I got a piece of change coming in, going to somebody's account, and it's gonna stack up somewhere. And if I got enough, I'm finna invest it and make it flip it 3-4 times, then make it bigger than what I'm putting in there. So it's up to him. But if he is got money and he helping me by paying the bills or doing this, that, and the third, I'm taking my money and I'm putting that over here somewhere where I can really get the benefit. I'm finna invest it or save it. You
There's a lot
choose.
of planning and a lot of work. There's a lot of figuring it out. But I understand. I mean, but you should have a backup plan. I mean, even back in the days, grandma used to always say, make sure you have a banking account in your own name by that he don't even know about. So even when grandma wasn't working, grandma still was putting $2 on the side every week to make sure that she always had a backup plan. And a lot of times it was when the man was on hard times, at least grandma was able to go ahead and get the money. All right, don't worry about it, baby. You can't pay this bill. I got it there. Oh, thank you, Al. Thank you. Poetic, you still there with me? Poetic. I lost him. He's probably on another live. But look,